Genghis Khan, the founder of the Mongol Empire, was one of history's most feared and powerful rulers. His conquests left a trail of destruction, but his legacy also shaped the world we know today. Here are 18 brutal facts about Genghis Khan that reveal the dark side of his reign. Genghis Khan was born as Temujin in 1162 in the harsh Mongolian steppes. From a young age, he faced adversity, including the murder of his father and betrayal by his own tribe. These events forged him into a ruthless leader who would stop at nothing to achieve power. Before Genghis Khan, the Mongol tribes were divided and constantly at war with each other. Temujin united them through a mix of diplomacy, alliances, and sheer brutality, often annihilating entire rival tribes to secure his position. In 1221, Genghis Khan's forces captured the city of Nishapur. In revenge for the death of his son-in-law, Genghis ordered the massacre of its entire population, resulting in the deaths of over 1.7 million people, including women and children. Genghis Khan used terror as a weapon. After sacking a city, he would often build pyramids of the skulls of his enemies to instill fear in others who might resist him. This tactic was both a psychological and physical show of power. Genghis Khan's campaign against the Khwarezm Empire is one of the most devastating in history. After the Shah of Khwarezm betrayed him, Genghis unleashed his wrath, leading to the complete destruction of the empire and the slaughter of millions. Genghis Khan was known for his ruthless execution methods. One of the most brutal was pouring molten silver into the eyes and ears of his enemies, a punishment reserved for those who betrayed him. In 1258, the Mongol forces, under the command of Genghis Khan's grandson Hulagu, sacked Baghdad, then one of the world's greatest cities. The libraries, including the House of Wisdom, were destroyed, and hundreds of thousands were killed. Genghis Khan's conquests resulted in the deaths of an estimated 40 million people. His campaigns depopulated vast regions, and in some areas, entire civilizations were wiped out, leaving nothing but ruins. Genghis Khan often ordered the complete annihilation of cities that resisted him, leaving no survivors. This no-mercy policy was intended to send a clear message to others: surrender or face total destruction. In one of his final campaigns, Genghis Khan turned his wrath on the Tangut Empire, which had refused to support his war efforts. He ordered the complete destruction of their civilization, erasing them from history. The Merkit tribe once kidnapped Genghis Khan's wife, Borte. Years later, after rising to power, Genghis sought revenge, completely annihilating the Merkit tribe in a brutal campaign that left no survivors. Genghis Khan's descendants continued his brutal legacy. The Mongol invasion of Kievan Rus in 1237 to 1240 resulted in the destruction of cities like Kiev, with the population massacred and the region plunged into chaos. Rebellion against Genghis Khan was met with swift and brutal punishment. When the city of Herat rebelled, he ordered the execution of every last inhabitant, sparing no one in a display of absolute power. Genghis Khan's army was one of the first to use biological warfare. They catapulted the corpses of plague victims into besieged cities, spreading disease and weakening their enemies from within. Genghis Khan established a strict code of law known as Yasa, which enforced absolute obedience and harsh punishments. Crimes such as theft or desertion were met with death, ensuring strict discipline within his ranks. The Xia kingdom in China defied Genghis Khan's demands for tribute. In retaliation, he launched a campaign that led to the extermination of the entire population, fulfilling his vow of total destruction. When Genghis Khan invaded Western Xia, he ordered the extermination of its royal family and the obliteration of their cultural heritage, leaving little trace of their existence. Even after his death, the terror of Genghis Khan's name continued to strike fear. His successors, known as the Golden Horde, carried on his brutal conquests, expanding the Mongol Empire and leaving a legacy of fear and destruction. Genghis Khan was more than just a conqueror, he was a force of nature that reshaped the world in blood and fire. While his legacy is complex, these brutal facts remind us of the heavy cost of his ambitions.